in the game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained.
Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing his car on 3rd down.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd down.
Now a play fake. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
But he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Carr now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Eason. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Eason.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Here's Jacobs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
One more time with Jacobs. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A very lengthy opening drive as this will be play number 12 coming on 3rd and goal.
Throwing is Eason.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, they run with Edmonds. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A gain of 5. And the Broncos force it out.
Throwing is Wilson. And the Raiders have got it.
Denzel Perryman with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down.
This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Chase Edmonds.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 4. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
They give them 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
The Raiders had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Room for Jacobs there on 1st down as he takes this one forward for a pickup of about 7.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Counter play with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
From the gun is Eason.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Credit the tackle to Darius Phillips. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. It's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter for an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Down to the 42, second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Eason.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Escaping the pressure right.
Caught outright by Renfro. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
If this were baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They throw it out right complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. And the Las Vegas first down.
Now Eason.
That's caught by Waller out left side.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Eason.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, 26 yards.
And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
James now to return it.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Eason to throw.
And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Hamler now on the return.
Three quarters in the books.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot in this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. We're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
This pass caught by Hamler.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Looking to throw. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. The kick by McManus is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Once again, it's Jacobs. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man, that's Richie James. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Denzel Perryman in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rock.